that back. We can. I mean, there's enough knowledge, enough power sitting right here in this room between residents and parents and people who give a shit about where we are now and where we're gonna be tomorrow. We got a legacy to pay forward. And I want my family to get that legacy. Everybody here does it, everybody. I mean, you can't take it with you when you leave, but you're gonna pass it on. There's a baton to pass on for everybody in this room. In every aspect of our lives, that's how we handle things. With the outlook, how's it gonna be tomorrow? That brings me back to, it's not promised to anybody. When you wake up tomorrow, who on this road, or Long Run, or Canal, or Main Road at Wagner? It was snowing and sleeting that day. I drove up there as soon as I heard that lady's porch got torn off. You know who was there? Our supervisor. Fred was there. He was in there. We're gonna do something. We're gonna get this taken care of. But you know who wasn't there? We're not gonna show up. That's the state police. Where do we stand? I know we have an $700,000 budget. I'm not sure of the numbers, but that's ballpark for our police department. So there's something that needs to be worked through there.
What needs to be done is to keep the trucks off the road.
Once the trucks are out,
Especially
and it's
the corner he's on.
and it's
You can't
just
make the-
aggressively taken. I mean, we need the township speakers to be loud and clear to PennDOT. When there's enough complaints, they're gonna come at me. They're gonna come at me for those blocks. No question. I see it coming. 2 more minutes, is it all right? I need a volunteer. All right. Long Run Road. Fairyland Road. Out here is where we're out here somewhere. We're in the white, we're safe, there's no trucks coming. Come down this road, what do you see? The crossroad. Well, they can't make a left. It can't be done. Impossible. I've seen it done. They stop, they hit walls, they hit properties. They'll run right over his front porch. Worse than mine. But that little red octagon that's on a pole right there, I think that, I don't know, I didn't read the sign on it. Does that say step on it, hurry up?
I don't know what you're talking about. I didn't look out there for a while.
You know, I'm trying to add humor to this because it's the only way I'm gonna get through and not just, I'm
What about sign says stop?
Oh.
PennDOT made Long Run Road a no truck road except local deliveries. Why not?
One thing to add to that with PennDOT, they made it a no truck road, but they're giving truck drivers permits
To come down.
with
that road.
50-foot trailers to come down, because the last time I was
We were
home,
talking about permit that day?
yeah, the
It's a
guy's
different
holding the
than I'm
permit.
thinking of.
It's a highway permit and they tell you where you can go.
They tell you which way to go because he was overloaded and you gotta go down certain
The
roads because
tires
of
were
bridge
off the
weights
ute
and
and he was
everything.
coming at me like a missile.
He had the permit. He's like, look, PennDOT gave it. This is their map, and he's showing it to me.
Was it with the wide load that went through?
Yes.
That's when I called
didn't
you.
let
Yeah, I was watching my camera at
I
home.
Do you
stood my
think he
ground.
was mixed up, that it was
No.
long?
No,
His paperwork,
it,
his paperwork was from
his
PennDOT.
paperwork, I read it. It brought him
said
down
they do
Long Run
long
Road,
runs,
and it
long
was
run
from
roads.
PennDOT.
State cop was there too.
State cop was there. He said, I'd write you up. He said, but I can't change what PennDOT gave the
Thanks, I'm
permit for.
sorry.
But I'm saying to PennDOT, was there,
Thanks, Brad.
and I don't know
You're
what they
welcome.
meant, was there meaning to go the
Yeah,
other way
it's
on Long
okay.
Run Road and come down past the
No,
schoolhouse
it
to
brought him,
Fairyland?
it showed,
Instead of going Long Run Road to
it showed
Fairyland?
Maury Hill Road, and it's telling you, turn
And maybe
right.
they're not being clear with their permits.
When you get to the bottom of the lorry, there's question. I get it. If someone doesn't speak English that well, maybe they're gonna say, well, we can't use Long Run Road, but there's 2 Long Run Roads.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay.
Let's look into something. I know this is just a shot in the dark. But how about at the bottom of the Maury? That becomes Fairyland Road to the left. Why can't we do that? Can we make that? Can we see what can be done there? Because you have two long run roads. GPS says, turn on the long run road. Once they make the right, they're committed. They're in, they're on it, there's no way out.
I personally, if the GPS says turn right, they're gonna turn right. They're not gonna read the signs, but
I agree
maybe
with
a
him.
sign at the bottom there saying trucks must turn
Turn
left.
left.
Have to turn left.
And that's what I said
They're not gonna
before,
make
they
a
don't have a
sign.
sign
You know how
on
quick
Maury
that
Hill
could be-
Road saying
That could
turn
be,
left.
just by someone who's not familiar with our language. Maybe they're, I'm all for immigration. Bring them in, integrate them, but they gotta integrate. I'm there, but they gotta be one of us. They gotta become us. That's how we became who we are. Immigrants built it, and that was our legacy that was handed to us, one generation at a time. Those little kids are cutting ice. They're 10 years old. Imagine sending your kid out when it's 12 degrees and say, you got 12 hours of work. I know it's gonna be dark when you start, dark when you end. Dinner will be on the table when you get home. They lived through some tough times to give us what we have today. We have it way too easy. This is an easy solve. But for you guys, it might not be. I mean, like I said, Rod's been here, he knew, you can only work with the hands you got. You can't do anything more than you know. But there's enough knowledge, power in this room that when PennDOT comes at me, I want to be with my wife. I don't want to see, he came out to the meeting there with PennDOT. Fred came down before he was even elected. Put his feet in the dirt. He was there. He heard it, right? You saw what was going
And
on.
we did recommend about putting no right turns on the Maury Road, no right turns on.
But
problem
they put
is
it on,
there's
they
no
put it on
signs on
Long Run
Maury
Road, it ain't on
until
I
Long
know,
Road.
that was one of
But
our recommendations.
all in all,
How
They-
stupid, you
all in all,
already make the corner
Can
by
we
the time
get
you see the
someone to go
sign.
out there
Who was
and
Maury?
evaluate
Township or
and
state?
take a common
Maury.
sense approach?
Maury Hill is,
Signs are
I'd say
big.
state,
Could
comes
one
from
person at a
902
time,
down to
please?
Long Run Road.
One
When is
person
it?
at a time, please, so I can hear Mr. Adams.
Can we give me some kind of a, can you give me some satisfaction to know that when I come to the next meeting, or, I don't know, knock on my door, he's got my number, call me,
Time frame.
give me a time frame.
Or a workshop in the middle
And-
somewhere, you don't
and-
have to wait
and
a
say,
month.
look, here's what we're doing. We have to wait till next Wednesday, but here's what we're doing in the meantime. Because right now, I'm on an outside corner given no option but to run, and I can't run. I can't do it. Everything I've ever worked for, and my family is in that little box that seems like nobody cares about. Can we do that? Can we do, everybody wants to know, not just me. Get the trucks out. Can we safe haven our community? Put them back on 209. It only makes sense for them to make one left and they're at the hospital. And they want to do 55, 60, they can gladly do it on 209. That's a divided highway with 2 lanes for them to do it in both directions. Give it hell, boys. Smokey and the Bandit.
It's not, it's 40.
Well, that translates to 60. That translates to 60. Well, now it might be 65. You know what I mean? We're joking about it, but that's how we're gonna get through this. And as far as, like I said, I'm sorry for coming at you like I did,
Totally understandable.
but anybody who knows me knows I'm not that person.
I suggest we have another meeting with PennDOT, because some of the things they said they wanted to do, they didn't do.
When we have that meeting, and they say, these blocks gotta go, and we're gonna put the stakes back in the ground, and we're gonna put stakes.
Curbing,
Well, they can't put a curb, they won't give it to him, but he can put a bituminous pile of rock along there.
well,
What's he gonna stop?
It's not gonna stop anything.
And they
It's
keep,
just a ramp for
they
him to
keep
get a little
running in
higher in the
circles.
house.
You need to filter them way before they get into that section.
Right, you know?
and the sign guy, I
Yeah.
can't remember his name, we said about putting it on Emory Road so they'd have plenty of
Oh, they
time.
put it on
Big
long
signs.
run.
Yeah, and he said he don't think they could do
And-
that.
Yeah, like
I'm gonna
Brenda
say, I
was-
said it before, I'm gonna say it again. Long Run is our watershed. That's our lifeblood. We depend on it. When that gets low, they ration our water. It's happened. No sprinklers. We all went through that. You know, what is it, 25 years ago, 30 years ago, we had the drought. You know, they didn't want people putting on the sprinklers, they put up the warnings, you know. Other little communities that aren't taking this step ahead of time, we're boiling their water. Let's protect it, get the trucks off of it. One fuel truck is gonna poison that watershed from here to the Chesapeake. Fact. One fuel truck, because you can stop it on standing water. You can control it. But when you put it into a river, the devastation is just not in our township. Not in our township. This is a beautiful place we're all in here with our feet in the dirt. Everybody's here because they love it or they'd have moved. You know? Like, give us a time frame. I think teamwork and an outlook helps everybody understand where these are coming from. And yeah, I think it's just a common sense approach to an obvious problem.
There is some other issues there besides the truck there. When you make the turn, they come up, make that turn, the left to go to Long Run, they're always in the opposite lane. And there's gonna be a head-on there soon.
I mean, that day,
Crazy.
in my crazy rant, I said, bring the family down, let's have a barbecue on the front porch.
Yeah.
I bet you wouldn't.
No, there's, and, you know.
But that's one of the
what Fred called
demographics you
about
can't
the-
look into when you buy a house at a sheriff's sale. But I rose that house from the dead. I mean,
Yeah, like
one
when
nail
Fred
at a
called
time,
them to
guys.
find out when they were putting the stop sign in and making a stop sign, you know, but they didn't put the painted bar on the road with like a stop
I
or
can
something.
address that. They need the traffic unit out of Allentown to come up here
Okay.
and paint the X that goes here.
That's one of the things that we agreed on. at
What?
that meeting.
That and the dotted line to
Well-
make the turn, so they make the turn
They-
wider.
And,
not
uh,
Follow